as we wrap up Chris and Dan show, one of the things we like to do, this is a surprise. We make this little video a link to the whole thing because Wu-Tang Clan had a quote that said the dumb are mostly intrigued by the drum. So it's like a Trojan horse. So you help us, you pick a song that you think we haven't heard and we react to it. Obviously, the shorter, the quicker we could end the podcast, but you could be as long as you want. I mean, we'll sit here all day. If you pick a 2-hour song, we can.
Have you guys heard? Are you guys fans of Hamilton?
I love Hamilton.
So when I started the company and I would bike down to work, I would listen to Hamilton because I just discovered it. This was 2016.
Love that music.
Hamilton was about a year old, and I would listen to the soundtrack beginning to end all day, every day for months and months. And one of my favorite songs, which I thought was very appropriate for an entrepreneur, was I'm Not Going to Give Away My Shot.
Okay, let's do that. Thank you. I'm not throwing away my shot. Chris, you gotta listen. Right? You gotta watch. Yeah, I'm not. My shot, it's 5 minutes. Should I find the one with lyrics? 5 minutes. My shot with lyrics. Here we go.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. And yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'ma get a scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but dag, I'm amazed and astonished. The problem is a lot of brains, but no polish. I gotta holler just to be heard with every word. I drop knowledge. I'm a diamond in the rough, a shining piece of coal, trying to reach my goal. My power of speech, unimpeachable. Only 19, but my mind is older. These New York City streets.
What they don't know, okay, this is Hamilton rapping about himself, but I'm only 19, but my mind is older. That's a Mobb Deep. People that listen to Mobb Deep, like they know, that's Mobb Deep's lyric right there, and that's what's his name? The guy playing Hamilton. I'm so dumb. I forget.
And Lin-Manuel Miranda.
There you go. He's a huge Mobb Deep fan, so that's his like way to give them a shout out. There's a lot of things like that in these.
Get cold, I shoulder every burden, every disadvantage I've learned to manage. I don't have a gun to brandish, I walk these streets famished. The plan is to fan this spark into a flame, but damn, it's getting dark, so let me spell out the name. I am the A-L-E-X-A-N-D-E-R. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently. Meanwhile, Britain keeps shitting on us endlessly. Essentially, they tax us relentlessly. Then King George turns around, runs a spending spree. He ain't never gonna set his descendants free. So there will be a revolution in this century. Enter me.
He says in parentheses.
Don't be shocked when your history book mentions me. I will lay down my life if it sets us free. Eventually, you'll see my ascendancy. And I am not thrown away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. And yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. And yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. It's time to take a shot.
I dream of life without a monarchy. The unrest in France will lead to anarchy. Anarchy, how you say? Anarchy. When I fight, I make the other side panicky with my shot.
Yo, I'm a tailor's apprentice, and I got child knuckleheads and local parentists. I'm joining a rebellion, cause I know it's my chance to socially advance. Instead of sewing some pants, I'm gonna take a shot.
And but we'll never be truly free until those in bondage have the same rights as you and me. You and I do or die. Wait till I sally in on a stallion with the first black battalion. Never another shot.
Geniuses, lower your voices. You keep out of trouble and you double your choices. I'm with you, but the situation is fraught. You got to be carefully taught. If you talk, you're gonna get shot.
Bird, check what we got. Mr. Lafayette, hard rock like Lancelot. I think your pants look hot. Lawrence, I like you a lot. Let's hatch a plot blacker than the kettle calling the pot. What are the odds that God will put us all in one spot? Put a squad in conventional wisdom, like it or not. A bunch of revolutionary manumission abolitionists. Give me a position, show me where the ammunition is. Oh, am I talking too loud? Sometimes I get overexcited, shoot off at the mouth. I never had a group of friends before. I promise that I'll make y'all proud.
Let's get this guy in front of a crowd.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. Everybody sing, whoa, 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 hey, whoa, whoa, whoa.
So let them hear you.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I said shout it to the rooftop.
Whoa,
Sit to the rooftop.
whoa.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go. Rise up when you're living on your knees. You rise up. Tell your brother that he's gotta rise up. Tell your sister that she's gotta rise up.
When are these colonies gonna rise up? 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 Rise up! I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. When's it gonna get me? In my sleep, 7 feet ahead of me. If I see it coming, do I run or do I let it be? Is it like a beat without a melody? See, I never thought I'd live past 20. Where I come from, some get half as many. Ask anybody why we living fast and we laugh, reach for a flash. We have to make this moment last. That's plenty. Scratch that. This is not a moment, it's the movement where all the hungriest brothers with something to prove went. Foes oppose us. We take an honest stand. We roll like Moses, claiming our promised land. And if we win our independence, that a guarantee of freedom for our descendants? Or will the blood we shed begin an endless cycle of vengeance and death with no defendants? I know the action in the street is exciting, but Jesus, between all the bleeding and fighting, I've been reading and writing. We need to handle our financial situation. Are we a nation of states? What's the state of our nation? I'm past patiently waiting, I'm passionate and smashing every expectation, every action's an act of creation. I'm laughing in the face of casualties of sorrow. For the first time I'm thinking past tomorrow. And I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. We gonna rise up, time to take a shot. We gonna rise up, time to take a shot. We gonna rise up, rise up. It's time to take a shot. Rise up, rise up. It's time to take a shot. Rise up. It's time to take a shot. Rise up. Take a shot, shot, shot. Hey, yo, it's time to take a shot. Time to take a shot. And I am not throwing away my shot.
Wow. Still get, I mean, I've seen this so many times. I still get goosebumps. This dude should win every award that they gave him. Chris, that's your first reaction of this ever. What do you think?
Well, I completely agree with the message. Get rid of authority. I mean, too much government's always a problem, in my opinion.
This is amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Varma. Do you know, Chris, like this? We were talking in the very beginning of this interview about what the United States can do to make learning cool again. I really think it's more things like this, like Lin-Manuel Miranda and how he embeds learning into his show, like culture. Like you infuse that into culture, right? Where it's not just rapping about how many people you shot or how many hoes you have. It's about history. Like,
Well, certainly a much better message than most rap songs.
you learn something out of it. Like, I think this is how we win back our education. But I think more people, like, we need to give his flowers to Lin, while he's still here. That's just my opinion on that. But yeah, it's always good to get a virgin's reaction to this.
Yeah, I mean, it's, in terms of rap songs, it's certainly has like I said, a better message than 95% of rap songs. So you can't beat that.
You've got to watch the whole thing, like live. You've got to watch it. All right, fine. You could probably find it on YouTube. But we're not telling you to bootleg, guys. Go buy it yourself. But Chris, find it, watch it. It's the best hour and a half you'll spend because it's like history and entertainment. Amazing. Thank you, Dr. Varma. That was great.
Yeah, that was definitely a better rap song than Dan usually puts on.
My favorite song from that musical is King George's solo. I think that's hilarious. So that's amazing. That was the one I made Chris react to.